Alright, what's good, everybody? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. But as you can see from the title, I'm going to be talking about self-discipline. What is self-discipline? Self-discipline in short term is knowing your limitations on certain things and being able to, within yourself, stop yourself from doing things that you know that will harm you in the future. The problem with this generation, in this world that we live in, is people lack self-discipline. Every single day I see people have a lot of bad things in their life, and it's because they don't have self-discipline. Whether it is having kids at a young age, smoking, doing all these bad stuff, is because they don't have self-discipline. As humans, we have emotions, we have instinct that a lot of people just react over. They just let instinct take over. When you let instinct and emotions overwhelm you, it will lead to a lot of bad things in life. A lot of people get so caught up in pleasure in the short term, but then later on in the long term, that's when the karma comes around and hit them. Self-discipline is so important because you can say to yourself that if I don't do this now, or if I stop this from happening right now, then that way it will save me in the future. You don't think about the present. And what I mean by that is you don't think about the instant gratification. You don't think about the reward already. You think about the future. You think about, okay, what can I get in the future? How can you get that self-discipline? First thing I would say, and that helped me, is self-love. I say this in every single video. Self-love is so important. It helps you develop so many qualities: self-discipline, sense of time, productiveness, taking care of yourself. It helps develop so many qualities within yourself. That's why it's so important to love yourself, spend time with yourself. Because the more you love yourself, the more you're going to hate yourself for allowing yourself to do bad things. The people who smoke and do all this bad stuff is because they don't love themselves. You know what I'm saying? When you love yourself enough and have confidence within yourself, you will never allow yourself to eat junk food or get overweight or do all these other things or spend time on social media or whatever the case may be. Self-love. 10 minutes a day, tell yourself 10 things that you love about yourself, 10 things that you're good at. And what this will do is this will give you a newfound appreciation of a lot of things, including life. When you have appreciation for life, you take things a lot more serious. You really want to be successful in this life and you really want to do amazing things in life, you have to have self-discipline. Every single great person who is great in this life or who's doing great things, they have self-discipline. You cannot be at the top of the top and not have self-discipline. It's so important because you have to train yourself to know when to stop doing a certain activity or when to split things. Because if you don't have self-discipline, then you'll just allow yourself to let go. Social media, for instance, a lot of people lack self-discipline with social media. In this world, balance is everything. There's nothing wrong with social media. There's nothing wrong with watching TV. There's nothing wrong with playing video games. But the problem is when you overdo it, it becomes more of a problem in your day. You do it for like 5-6 hours of the day. That's when you push and start to procrastinate. Procrastination is another form of lack of self-discipline. When you have self-discipline, you don't procrastinate on things because the more you procrastinate on things, the worse it will become. Just think about that. Why would you procrastinate on something when you know it will only become worse? What sense does that make? You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you think, it's all about how you think about things. When you think and change your mindset on things, you'll realize like what am I doing? Like you realize how much behind you really were in your thinking. There's so many things that you could do if you just really have self-discipline and destroy the procrastination. Now, of course, we're all imperfect. I'm imperfect. I procrastinate from time to time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not afraid to admit that. Of course, we're human. We're going to procrastinate. We're going to do bad things in life. That's part of being human. But the thing is, you want to do more good than bad. That's what I'm really trying to say. Just write down your day. You know, being productive really helps with self-discipline. So let's say tomorrow, you know, you wake up and you have a test or whatever, and you like, man, I really don't want to do this test, and you procrastinate it until like 2-3 weeks later on, and then the day the test is due, you're behind on it already, and now you're even more stressed because you didn't do something when you should have done it. If you don't have that level of discipline in yourself right now, that's okay. Take baby steps, whether it is doing a push-up, 1, 2, 3 push-ups a day, or just having a routine. When you have a routine, it really helps with a lot of things, because then once you develop a routine or a sense of order, then that way you just don't want to break that order, because now it's in your mind and you do it every single day, you know. So just start small. You don't have to do big jumps or big steps, but the small steps are the most important steps, you know. You just have to at least have a willingness to want to change or want to do better, you know what I'm saying? And the first thing you could do is spend less time on social media, spend less time on whatever activity it is that's really wasting your time, and start putting that time towards your goals, something that's more important, or something that will really change and help your life, you know. I really hope you take something from this video, and I really hope y'all enjoy the video, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, and I'm out.